Word. Thank you very much. Listen, everybody, thank you for being on time. I fucking appreciate that.
Hey, man, don't mention it.
It's a big deal.
I was looking forward to it.
It's a big deal in this business. You know that. So listen, everybody, this is episode 128 of the Carrying the Culture show, and Galaxy of Queens in the building. I don't want to put you in a box, but this brother oozes New York City hip hop. And if I wish I could clone you and put you all around.
Yeah.
When people say there's no spitters, out of New York, when people say there's no spitters, period, oh, hip hop's dead, they don't know my guests here. You know what I'm saying? They're not fucking with my guests here, straight up. And we're gonna talk about that, man. This brother gets it in. Now I'm very happy to have him. We're gonna talk about how we came to have this, but Starvin B, Queens get the money in the fucking building. What's good?
Nah, man, thank you for having me, and thank you for sharing the video, like I said. And I've been seeing what you do for a while. I've been seeing what you do, and I appreciate what you do, but I really can't tell or differentiate like people's personalities and from far away. But I see how excited you were when the video took off. Like it's a cool thing to have people involved in it as much as you are. Like just with no stock in it, just for the love of the music and trying to push the good shit.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. And this all just came about of some fan shit, and then the shit. And I just said, okay, fuck it. It just kind of ran with the wave. So I'm a fan first, man. I'm a participant first, and my goal is to, obviously preserve the old shit, but continue to push because there's a lot of dope music out there, and so
yeah. When I saw your page too, how much how active you are on Instagram, I was like, wow, it's like hitting the lotto for something off like that.
It's all genuine, man. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely was happy when I saw that. So we're gonna get into it. First of all, if you guys got questions for Starvin B, use the questions feature below. That way I can pull them up and we can both see them. So yeah, man, it's crazy, everybody. So we're gonna tell everybody about this is how it came to be. So I was on a radio station, Rap FM, like 3 or 4 years, 5 years ago. We would post your shit and stuff. So I was familiar with your music and everything, but I don't know your whole catalog and nothing like that. But definitely familiar. And then posted. We do an element of the week. Rap MCing was the element of the week. We posted a clip from you. It was you, Sean Price. I think Flush was there, and Tragedy at Goblin Music Studios.
Oh, that particular clip. Yeah.
And the shit blew up. Like, just blew up. I woke up a couple days later. This was 2 weeks ago. Well, tomorrow. It'll be 2 weeks.
Okay.
And blew up. Like, I had 800 some followers. It was like all these people following you from real. My shit was getting shared like crazy. I was like, what the fuck, And it's at 124,000 and counting, 4,300 shares. So thank you.
That's cool, man. It's cool. I mean, it's just something that was meant to happen. I always knew that video was great. That video does have a frustrating story behind it.
I want to hear that. I want to know.
I was trying to break it down to you. Like when that video was taken 11 years ago. I thought it was 12 years ago, but it's 11 years ago. And it was taken by a curator set up an event at Goblin Studios, and all those people came through and rhymed and everything. So then maybe a month after doing it, I was like, yo, what's up with the video? You ever gonna drop that video? He's like, oh, I know, we're still messing with it. And then 2 months went by, 3 months, then I forgot about it. And then it came to a year later, there was still no video. I was like, yo, I was like, yo, you can't bury something like that, man. What's up with that? He's like, yo, that's not your video. Usually we kind of have a back and forth about it. And it was it didn't seem like it was ending on a good note. There was no real good answer that why that video would never come out. It looked like it was never coming out. And that the most upsetting part about it is that it didn't come out until a week after Sean passed. And that made me infuriated, to be real with you. It was a good thing I didn't see the guy for a long time, I didn't like any of that shit. I don't like any business doings of that nature, trying to capitalize, put content in your back pocket like a piece, so.
Yeah, that's some snake shit, man. That's some snake shit, and that's why the industry is slimy like that, man. You know what I mean? As far as cats there's
nothing to be gained by that either. So it's to me, it's not even slimy in a way that they're gonna take advantage of it. It's just a weird way to try to have power. Have power over something that you don't have anything to really do it except, arranging for people to be in a certain place. That shit is just weird. Yeah. So anyway, it's good to see the video being enjoyed and taking off. Like when the video did drop, I didn't even watch it really. Like I would watch it, but I didn't like the way it was labeled on YouTube either. Like, you know, I was just definitely getting like, you know, he's trying to send me a message in like a passive aggressive bitch way, like, you know, like a coworker who fucks up the coffee machine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like, I didn't even like watching it, but one thing I did love was I used to put it in the aux and blast it. Like audio wise, that shit is a beautiful clip too to rock to, you know?
Yeah.
With the beat in question and all that. So I was
Yo,
rocking.
here's the thing. I want to break it down for you, man, because this was like some of the most organic. I love organic shit, and this was like a really organic moment for me. So like, you know, we posted this shit. The shit's popping off. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? And it was the craziest thing. So you were like the 10,000th follower on my page. Follower, I hate that word, but you were the 10,000th person on my page.
Yeah.
8 days later, primarily because of your video, it was like almost 11,000, fam. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so the thing is, though, when we were going to post that, so when I picked the element of the week joints, you know, sometimes I have a team that helps me out. And I send them like, yo, what do you think about this joint? What do you think about this joint? So I sent them a couple of clips from that joint. And my man was like, yo, this kid, I don't know who this kid is. He's like, he ate that shit, whatever. He's like, he got the steez, everything. He's like, he feeling that shit. He was like, that one. And then I sent to a couple of people. They were like, yo, that one. So I'm like, I knew that was the one, but I was like, all right. And it fucking and took off. And the crazy thing about you coming on the show was I don't have any cancellations ever. Yo, I'm booked out until September 20th. I happen to have a cancellation tonight. And I was like, oh, we got to have this brother on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, something good to talk about, you know, what I wanted to build with you about a lot is because I see that you're really well versed in the using social media and you're using it a lot. Like to the point where the night that you were sending me the messages about it going viral, I was like kind of worried about you, bro. I was like, yo, this guy's on the phone a lot doing this shit. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like the frustrations come in and I start overthinking. I start, you know, thinking this shit is against me. I really don't like fucking with social media like that.
But as an listen, and I'm gonna tell you this as a person who supports you and wants you to grow in this shit, yo, you have to be. Like in 2023, you have to be. Now you can be as much as you want. So people think you got to be all like, you don't got to run your mouth on there. Like here's a template to follow. I'll say this, and big up to my man, big up Elder Sensei. He's got the template. He doesn't post his family except he posts some maybe birthdays. Like it's his music, his merch, you know where he's at, you know where he's performing, but he's consistent. And so people know what's going on. So you don't got to be on there. He ain't on there chopping it up, talking shit, getting into it with people about stuff. You don't have to post no opinions and none of that stuff. And you can use that as a tool for your own self. So you got to use it for you. Don't let that shit, this fucking, all the fuck shit, because there's a lot.
Yeah, well, there's no secret about it to the people that know me, because I have a real life following that I see in the street. Like, you know what I mean? Like I see them. And there's no secret about it that like my social media numbers with followers and stuff has been so stagnant, and like there's not a lot of motion going on there, man. Like to be honest, you know, like and one thing that I feel blessed and grateful for, that it's not a deterrent, it's not discouraging, because I've actually, you know, been a professional musician for like the last 10 years of my life. I make money off music. So if I can find a way to do that with 2,000 followers, the followers ain't really equating to everything. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that don't grind it. They influence. They go into they go into the store and they be like, "Let me eat for free here, so I could take a picture of it and show my 10,000 followers." You know that people are moving like that.
Yeah.
And I guess that's their currency. But if people are actually contacting you for work, to do projects, EPs, singles, and write ghostwriting, it don't really matter how many followers you have, bro. As long as you got something to push you to the next thing. Each little victory, someone contacting you for business, that's a victory that will keep you pushing on to the next step. This video hitting 100,000 video, it's a victory pushing up to the next step. So you just got to find those victories and keep pushing.
It's about the quality. It's definitely about the quality of people on your page, yo. You don't have to. It's about who's on. It's great for networking, but you can have a lot of people on there that don't, just bots and all that shit too. So you know what I mean. It's a give and take. It's a bittersweet thing, because like I don't want to look at my screen time on my phone. Trust, I really don't.
Yeah.
My daughter's like, let me see your screen time, Dad. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, no.
Yeah, well, my daughter is 17 months old. She's a baby. It's a toddler. Since the days of the joint going viral, she was starting to go up to the phone and smack it out my hand like, yeah. So she wasn't happy with the attention I was giving it to from that extra bump. Yeah.
See, they know, but you know, it's yeah, that technology is some crazy shit. So yeah, I'm glad you put that cipher in perspective. So I do want to go back. So if you're from Queens, and I think I read somewhere that I gotta hear this in detail, that your mom put you on the hip hop, like really got you into it. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's for sure.
And Public Enemy, like take us there,
yeah,
because I really.
I mean, my mom was, you know, she wasn't such a young mother, but she had me when she was 25, and she didn't finish school, you know, like on time. She went and got a job, and she paid bills. She didn't finish school, but when I was like maybe like 7, 8 years old, she went back to school, and she started coming home with like stuff that she was learning in her class about Public Enemy. Like no, the other students were listening to Public Enemy and sharing it with her. She's white. So my mom is Irish.
Right.
So I don't even know what the people shared it with her looked like or anything, but she came home and she was hype about it. She was excited about it. She's like, you gotta hear this. They're not just rapping about, like, you know, love songs and stuff like this. Is social things. And then the linear notes got the lyrics.
Yeah.
To break it down.
Your Irish moms coming home,
Yeah.
breaking Public Enemy down for you.
I mean, that's New York for you. My dad's Indonesian. She already had a thing, I think. You know what I mean? Like, she had something going on with, like, you know, counterculture. She's part of counterculture.
Yo, and come on, in New York City, whole tri-state, people don't understand. I mean, I always say my whole crew was like a Benetton commercial growing up. I mean, it was like, you know, it's kind of what it is, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah,
you mess with who messes with you. You know, like, and you gravitate to people that show you love. You're not gonna, you know, be reaching your whole life. If you don't fit in a certain place, you're gonna find your tribe. You know, like.
Right.
So I can't call it on that behalf as culturally, but that was like that's what made me really go into writing raps and trying to have a message and defend myself. And, you know, I saw it as something different than just music. You know, like, I love music since I was a baby, earlier than, you know, she brought the Public Enemy records home. You know, so I loved all kinds of music. But as far as participating, the Public Enemy, you know, getting into that made me see that I could actually participate in.
Which album was this?
Takes a Million to Hold Us Back.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. They're like, that's groundbreaking.
It's, you know, like, when you listen to it today, as someone who loves hip hop now, like, you know, you find ways to pick at it. You know, like, you find ways to pick at it. And a lot of the music from, like, the early 90s, especially 80s, like, I kind of can't listen to it without criticizing certain things now at this point, you know, like, because hip hop has evolved. But there's always that core of, like, yo, do what you feel, you know, put what you feel. If it's really, like, heartfelt, people are going to connect with it. People are going to relate to it.
Right. So you started, so that was like the catalyst to kind of get you start writing. I mean, what was your Queens experience like, man? I'm always curious. I mean, it's a vast area.
Shit, that's like a therapy session. It's
Let's get it, man. I mean, because
good and bad. It's good and bad. Queens is a beautiful place, bro. It's really like, if you want to be deep and poetic, it's like going around the world without going around the world. You know, like the code, like, there's no owner. Like, there's no one overseeing any of this. No one controls the culture of Queens. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective thing. One block will be on their own shit, and the next block's a totally different story. You know, like, depending on whatever ethnicities, whatever people, how long people have been here. So, of course, there's, you know, the gentrification thing is going on now, but even that in itself is not new, because other cultures were gentrifying in their own way. You know what I mean? Like, you got Steinway. That at Steinway, there's always been this 2 blocks that's like Egyptian, and not a lot of people are, even people that have been in Queens forever, they're still not familiar with Egyptian culture. So they hit that block in Steinway and they're lost. They don't know what the hell's going on. They don't know what kind of food this place is serving. They don't know what the prices are like. You know, hookah blew up, and Egypt been on that shit. They've been rocking with the hookah forever. So like all of a sudden, people are like, oh, I popped into this place. Like, yeah, I've been there 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, you can't describe growing up in Queens in 45 minutes or 2 hours. You know what I mean? It's just a never-ending conversation.
No, it's a fun place. I mean, I'm not from there, but I mean, I've had it's always been it's a vibrant, like you feel the energy in Queens, and
You've been out here, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to be out there. I used to have a little thing out in Ridgewood,
Mm.
out there. But yeah, I'm from Connecticut, but I've been out there a bunch of times. But Queens, it's so funny though, like because I'm an outsider, so I've been in Brooklyn a lot, I've been in Queens a lot, and there's like differences. It's interesting, and in terms of just I don't know, subtleties in terms of how cats kind of move out there. I
Or
mean,
like the way they hold themselves, like the way they interact with each other. Yeah, Queens is definitely I would say out of the 5 boroughs, it's I don't want to say friendly, but it's open-minded. It's open-minded. Like you can't really tell if someone is an out-of-towner out here.
mm.
But I mean, you don't know. Somebody might be family. So, but I guess that's like that everywhere. But I think circles in Queens are a lot more open. Based on the cultural thing I said before, and also based on the geographic thing. Like, there's so many ways to get to the other boroughs from Queens, as opposed to like, Bronx got more of that distance between Bronx and Brooklyn.
Right,
So
right.
they border, like we border every borough except for Staten Island.
Right,
You know,
right. No,
so we border every borough. You could kind of like wind up here just on a transit on the wrong party mission. You stayed out too late. You drank a little too much. You're in Queens. You just wound up. You're like, yo, I'm at some shit in Queens, and we got a lot of parties. So a lot of places to party, a lot of parties that run late. So yeah.
yes. So did you get into any of the other elements? Like, were you doing anything? I mean, we come from a time when
Oh yeah, I mean graffiti.
real quick to put it into perspective, like what's your generation? I guess I'm not sure your age. I mean, we're just where
I'm
are you?
42 years
Okay,
old. I'm 42 years old. I was born in 81. So all of it was the rite of passage. You try to break dance as much as you athletically can, but I remember like the cardboard being out there, and it was a thing in front of the store. Like your moms would be like, "Oh, we go to the store. You go to the store, get milk, get whatever." You'll see cardboard and people dancing. I saw that disappear too. And even when it first started, it was like, "Oh damn, that shit disappeared. Like they're not doing that anymore." And then the ciphers disappeared too. The rapping, I didn't think that would ever disappear. That was like my whole rite of passage. Like I was saying, like that was one of my favorite things to do. Play CeeLo, drink 22s, rap in the street in a circle, and go to different neighborhoods and rap. But the graffiti too. I was obsessed with graffiti. Wrote all different. I wasn't even in. I was a real sick person. I think like I was just trying to test my luck, man, in life. Like I didn't even want to keep the same tag all the time. I'd write something different like every week, but I'd want to run on the train. I'd want to climb the shit. I'd want to fight. You want to fall? You went
yeah.
over me. Fight.
Were you
You
more
know,
into
I,
were you more into like bombing and getting up, or like were you into piecing too?
oh no, it was just tags. Here and there. Like if we stole, there used to be a thing, pergament, that sometimes we would raid it. Like we raid it. Like there'd be like a new person working there. They'd have to open the thing to give it to you, and they'd stay too long. We'd just raid it. We'd just grab everything. Those times is when I did pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
If I had to like go collect paint, no, I don't care about that shit. Whatever. Like I said, it wasn't something like I'll lose sleep over, but it was like an exercise. It was like participate. My friends want to bomb. Like I bet you I could climb higher than you, run faster than you. So let me go bomb with you.
Right, and that was the thing, man. It was interesting. Like always say, like we just did it. Like somebody be like, "Yo, I got some cans in the car. Like let's go." Like it wasn't even like, and everybody, even if you were a writer or not, like you even had a hand style when you wrote your name. Most people did. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, this is the whole thing in hip hop, man. It's like cave drawings. Show people how you existed. Show people how you existed. There's so many different ways to do it. Now this, talking about elements. Now this thing that you taking on, the whole, I don't know what you call it, blogging, documenting. I don't know what you'd call it.
talking.
But that's a new element. And then, you know, there's a lot of people out there, I would say the most successful people, that they're already fucking that up for you right now. Like, they're already making that seem like a negative thing to do with the culture when actually it could be, you know, it could be beautiful and it could be done right, but it's got to, you know, everybody got to bring their own to it. You know who I really liked, who kind of I feel like started this thing that you guys do? Star from Star and Buckwild. He did it in a way that was controversial and you know, there was a lot of thought going into it. And if you had some sense, you saw he was right a lot of the time. He was right a lot of the time. But now you got, I don't even want to drop names, but there's so many shit names. And even people that you'll start out as a fan of, like, oh, the musician. Yo, I like his music. It makes dope music. Now he's doing this, and it's all just like slander and like, you know, talking about all kinds of dumb shit that just doesn't, you know, it doesn't resonate.
Yeah, it's fuck shit in all of it. Like, so you got fuck shit rappers, fuck shit promoters, fuck niggas. Like, it's so, and then people doing, you got genuine people that care about the shit, and you got people that want clicks and views, exploiting, you know, people out exploiting, you know, people's shit, man. So it's a funny game, man. It's a funny game, and you have to weed through the bullshit now more than ever. I think in all of it, man. You got to just kind of like filter it out, man. So fucking, we got to pull up a couple questions, man. We got a couple questions here. I got some interesting ones here. I'll pull this up. This is a quick one. It's ones that you write on paper or on your phone.
It's an excellent question. I do both. I do both. I do feel like something is lost in writing on your phone. Something is lost in there sometimes. You know, one thing, I don't know if you know, it's me being paranoid, but there's a setting on the iPhone that your notepad comes out with a black screen. And I don't know if I'm being paranoid about this, but I noticed it from doing so much writing on it. Sometimes you see this flash. Like, if you just stare at the black screen. So ever since I noticed that, I went back to paper a little hard. But sometimes if I come with the bar comes and all I got is the phone, I'm doing the phone.
Yeah, it's a great. I think it's a great tool. Like, if you on the road and something just comes in your head and you like boom, 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 you can just be like. I mean, it's great for that. But yo, it does kill me though. Listen, man, you're an MC. I only did it for a few years. That's not the side of my league, but it's hard. It's a hard watch when I see cats now, like if they're doing, you know, they're doing radio ciphers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they pull out the phone, and
it takes away. It's not. I mean, if you're an MC, you know, there's all kinds of challenges. There's minus points, man. It's just like gymnastics. Like,
it's
if you come out flipping and you land the last flip and your fucking instructor comes and holds you up, that's points off.
All right. So I'm not crazy because when I see that phone coming out, especially when they're spitting crazy shit too, I'm like, I'm just looking at the phone.
Well,
I'm like, yo, you should.
Some MCs can afford to lose points. Some can, especially if you're a legend in this shit. You don't got nothing to prove.
Then let me ask you a question. So, okay, I probably saw it. The Black Thought and Method Man were in the joint on Sway, and Method Man ate it.
I felt that way too, but he can afford to lose points. And you know what? Let me tell you, he can. That's how it is. I'm telling you, don't hurt him. Whatever you're gonna say about him, don't hurt him. It's not gonna hurt him.
No, of course it doesn't hurt him. I'm just
saying. There's people out there that it would hurt. It would hurt when you come with that now. Like, for me, for instance, if it's your first time seeing me, you don't know me from Hole in the Wall, and I've got the phone. Come on, man, get out of here with that shit.
Almost should hurt more for somebody like Meth, because I'm like, yo, you the.
Listen, if it did, he wouldn't even do it. That's my reasoning. If he did it, there's a lot of things as you grow as a person. There's a lot of things that there's hills that you go up that shit ain't important to you no more, bro. Like, you're not out for those same stripes no more, bro.
I hear you. I'm a fan, so I'm like, oh, the phone, man. And then Black Thought came. And then Black Thought came for like 30 minutes.
Well, man, I think Black Thought is on a lifelong run of trying to keep them stripes the way they are, and that's what we all should, you know, aspire to. He's
Yeah,
on there. He's never gonna let up. And I'm like that too. I even got a problem going places. If I see the same face in the ciphers, I'm talking about before anything, before I ever made $1 off the shit. If I see the same face and I'm kicking the same rhyme, I start feeling the same way. I feel like you gotta change rhymes like fucking outfits if you rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to be seen out there with the same thing all the time, even if it's just two people seeing you. Because then that, you know, like, damn, oh yeah, that's that shit you kicked from before. Yo, we were on that shit. We were on that type of, you know, we were on that.
Yeah. A question. So it said, my man said, what moment made you say, yo, I'm nice?
There was a lot. There was a lot. There was a lot. But I would say the first one that was like, damn, I'm really nice was probably like junior high school. Like, people were getting fucked up after school, like just getting fucked up, and you couldn't really, you know, venture out and do shit, and like even just getting into a cipher with other people, getting into a cipher with other people was like risky. You know, you risk being misunderstood. And one of my homeboys, Malik from Queensbridge, he told me about his boy Thomas. Now he went by Black Box. He's no longer with us. R.I.P. Black Box. Like Thomas, when I go and meet Thomas is at my that age, he was a fucking psycho. Like, he was hanging off the side of the fucking top of the Queensboro, the little passageway. That's how I first met him. He was like hanging off the side of the shit. And then he's like, yo, you don't fucking rap. Let me hear some. I remember he kicked some rap. I came back at him and had his whole neighborhood like, oh, you got smoked by the white boy. So yeah, that's when I was like, yo, I'm fucking good at this. I'm nice at this. Like, you know, but there's been mad times, like I said, little victories keep you going.
Yeah, man, we gotta, and always say we gotta like keep them close, man. Like, keep them closer than I mean, almost, you know, equally if not more than the
Yo,
defeats.
who is Neltron 8000? You know Tom? You know Black Box?
He's a tough.
Neltron. Who we got? Is it okay to like look at people like
Of course, you can do whatever you want. I mean,
but I can't see their shit. Can I? I'm in the live.
He's from Neltron's from New Orleans, so I don't know. Maybe he'll tell.
Oh, Thomas was a wild dude. He's just saying that. See, now they got me sounding like a 60-year-old man. Like, who is Thomas? I get it now. You relate. Yeah, so I thought you really knew Thomas.
It threw me off too, though. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's one of the funny things about the chat.
It's just a text. It's just like a text you misconstrue. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. I know a lot of Nels too. There's a lot of Nelsons out here.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in Queens. There's a lot of, yo, for real. Yo, so I saw you in an interview with somebody. I think they asked you like kind of describe your music, and you were like, I don't really describe it, but I'm gonna ask you to describe it. Like, if somebody opened a time capsule or something, they found a Starvin B joint, like, what would you? Because I don't want to typecast you as like underground New York.
I think honestly, I think if somebody like me, who's like, you know, skeptic and you know, someone who tries to think into things, I would probably think it's like a cautionary tale. Like, it's a lot of cautionary tales. Like, that's what it really is. Most of it is drawn off experience. A lot of it is from, you know, the hunger to be involved and make good music. You know, like the hunger to be involved and making a difference in your timeline in life. Like, you know, you want to show the world that you existed in your own way. And I mean, I don't really go out there and say I want to make this type of music. But the rap shit came naturally. If I would have been like a piano prodigy, I would have stayed in front of a piano. But the way that the world responded to me from rapping is why I've stuck with it this long and why it's still around. Like, I'm still doing it.
You're like bar heavy. I mean, I've heard you flip some shit, and I'm like, damn, like. There's a lot of rewind moments. We don't rewind shit anymore, but you get the point I'm trying to make here. As far as with your music, like, and I know you mentioned Redman, some influences and stuff, but like, when you're constructing shit, are you going like, is it like theme wise, or is it just?
I mean, that's why the inspiration thing is crucial. When you are around people that inspire you, and you get into these you know, these manic fits where you gotta create and you got a bunch of ideas hitting you all at one time. You gotta hold on to that, because the inspiration is crazy, bro. It's so, and then there come at times where, you know, everything isn't in your favor to create. Like, you won't have a solid studio situation. You won't have people working with you. You won't have a bunch of people giving you beats, but you're inspired to write a certain kind of way, and it's just coming to you. Like, for me personally, the best songs that I write come in like 20, 30 minutes tops. They're not going to be hours. I'm not going to be there for days trying to write this rhyme. And there's rhymes like that go back and forth, and then they don't age. Sound like they contrived. There's some contrived about it. There's too much emphasis being placed on the in-between words, like the but, the ors, the ands. You hear that in a lot of rappers. You know, you hear that in a lot of rappers.
Yeah. No, I think I get what you're saying from an artistic perspective. It seems like, at least for me, with some of the shit I do with certain things, the best shit just kind of flows out, and you're like, wow, you maybe touch it up a little bit, but it just comes out. You're like, damn, all right, that's the joint right there.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy with the social media thing. There's been posts that I'm sitting there like, I'm about to post it, but just all of a sudden when I get to writing the caption and looking at it, it's just like, nah, wait, I'll go back to that. It's not the right time of day. I'll go back to that. And then the next time I pick up my phone, I'll be like, oh my God, I never did that. And just, I don't understand what the difference is. It's like something going on with me, like astrologically, maybe, like, yo, why am I okay with doing this now when I wasn't? You know, it didn't just seamlessly flow. I didn't feel like, I guess I was like too introverted at the moment to post something on social media.
Yeah. Is it safe to say that you're a pretty reserved dude, like lay in the cut type brother?
Yeah. I don't really want to be out there like that. For my own reasons, I don't want to be out there like that. It's unnecessary.
So how does that fit with you being a performer, MC, and stuff?
I feel
I know a lot of
like, yo, that does all the talking in the world that it needs to do. Honestly, I feel like the art and the art of it and the rap and the music, that's doing all the talk. That's all the talking you need to hear from me. I'm doing this whole interview is like, you know, it's a courtesy out of you, out of respect for you for posting that video and taking off. If the video got 200 views, I don't know if I'd be here right now, bro.
You don't do interviews.
You know what I'm saying? To be real with you, out of respect, because you should be appreciated for what you do, and I hope a lot of these things come at you. I hope a lot of these other situations happen with other artists too with you. That, you know, it's love. I want to respect that. But, you know, talking about rap and having the same interviews all the time, what's your top 5, what's your influences, it's like, you know, it's redundant. It's pulling away. Meanwhile, we weren't able, the shit I love, the shit I fell in love with, you couldn't ask Chuck D through his linear notes, who's your favorite top 5. There was no post, there was no passive aggressive bullshit of people making lists and purposely excluding, you know, the guys with the most fans. Like, fuck out of here. Like, we don't care. It doesn't, if that's what it's all about, I wouldn't even be doing this. I would have never fell in love with it. You know? So, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I could tell, you know, like you're a person that, yeah, there's a lot of artists like that where it's like the music, the art, whatever it is, speaks for itself. And I'm over here with my family and I'm laying low and I'm chilling.
Yeah. I mean, when, you know, if some kind of major success came through and I had to be in the public eye like that, it would really have to be, you know, them coming to me and really, you know, pulling me out to do it. I feel like there's a great way to make opportunity to make a living with a very small fan base, bro. As long as they're loyal and also, you know, the majority of my money off music came as like feature work and writing. So I don't even need to be known, and that's cool. If I could, you know, if I could pay bills doing music, that's why people act like, you know, it's not a chip on your shoulder, bro. It's some real shit. You know your worth. And you already found success in a certain way, you're not going to go back to behaving like you need everybody's fucking approval. You're not. It's not going to happen. And that's, you'll understand when it happens for you, you know? Like,
facts. Nah, that's real talk right there. Somebody said I didn't hear shit about top 5 until after the music started to go downhill. That's
kind of true. No, I think, honestly, I think Jada might have started that shit a little bit.
Yeah, top 5.
Yeah. Well, it was a bar, and it was a bar, and I think it probably, you know, it probably turned into a thing that, like, you know, just a quick way quick way to have a conversation about rap, but at this point, it's low-hanging fruit, man. Like, it's like, you know, barbershop, top 5. I'll fucking never go to that barbershop again. Like, if they want to talk about top 5, like, that's an annoying-ass barbershop. This annoying simpleton barbershop. Yo, who's your top 5?
No, but here's the thing. I mean, I'm just gonna say this from like a fan perspective, like, and from a different lane. Like, so for me, 25 years ago, I mean, so I've interviewed a lot of people that I grew up like, whoa, and it's amazing to me. Been able to build with them. I wouldn't have been able to do that, right? And so it's like to pick the brain of like Drez or whatever in terms of like, yo, who do you fuck with? Because so for me, it's a genuine thing, but I get it. It gets tired. You know, it gets tired. I understand, but I'm just saying it's for me. It's not. I don't ask for like a just to be corny, but it's like I just genuinely like I want to know who to Starvin B fuck with. So I am gonna ask this question.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. Now I'm not moving. I'm chilling. I'm doing Instagram live right now. Bye. I gotta hold my parking spot down, son. They thirst out here. They like
that New York problems.
New York, that ain't no problem. You know, you be respectful, but yo, it's one of the worst shits about living out here. Yeah, like, the parking is crazy. Parking is a war out here. It's war.
Yo, street sweeping and all that shit too, right? Street sweeping.
Yeah, that's what the guys is. But you know what, man? What's crazy is every 2 years they rip up 43rd Avenue, which is like one of my cross streets. Every 2 years they rip it up. We don't need to rip it up. Like it's out of New York City streets condition. It's in good condition. It's obviously some bullshit. I feel like they want us all to just fucking break our cars and throw them out. Like there's bike lanes every 2 blocks. Now there's a giant ass bump and the road's all ripped. You go over one of those manholes doing 30 miles an hour, your car's done. Your car's done. Done. Like, yeah, shit is fucking war, bro.
So I was supposed to move to New York in 2001, and I love it. But I'm glad I didn't because some of those things. So.
Yeah, it's probably good for your mental health that you didn't, but you know, who knows? Who knows what you'd be getting into out here? It's one thing that keeps me here is like, yo, my chances of finding a big ass bag of money are better here than anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about that figuratively
and literally.
And literally. Like, yo, if you're a street dude, you know, and you hustle and you spend 24 hours in the streets, a lot of times out of the week, you find money. You find money. It's few and far between. You can't make a career out of it, but you found more money than the average person.
I feel you.
Yeah, word up.
Parking sucks in Queens. Yo,
Cuban, what up? What up, C? C's the man. Shout out Nutso too. Nutso in there.
So up in here too, I think.
One take. Shout out One Take.
Yo, how'd you link up with Trash? That's my man.
Same situation with kind of with Goblin Studios. He finally passed through Goblin, started hanging out there on a regular, and it was him here and there before he started really coming through and hanging out and settling in. And then it was on. We just we connected pretty easily. It was nothing to it. All organic shit, just hanging out.
Yeah. No, that's dope. Yeah, vibe seems real organic, genuine, and like the shit that I've seen y'all. And that's why I was like, oh, it seems like they go back.
Me and Trash got we got a lot of mutuals.
Yo, you went out. Yo. Can't hear you. There you go. Hello. Yo. You driving?
Old ass man.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad about that.
Okay.
We had a lot of mutuals. Killer Shah was Foul Monday's neighbor and partner in rhyming, and we were all working together. Trash is like the big homie waiting in the mix, and I never got to meet him when we were all working on the Mud Brothers shit together. So like he knew of me before he met me in person. So you knew like a little bit of what was going on with what I do, and yeah. So it is organic. It feels like you know somebody. With some certain situations, it feels like you've known people longer than you have.
Yeah, no, it's dope. Yo, I do have a question for you. I don't know if you've been asked this before, but I asked this on my page sometimes. So just curious, is there a joint for you? Because you said you listen to a lot of shit. I've seen you in an interview. You said you listen to all types of music. So is there a joint for you that would be considered like a guilty pleasure or something where someone's like, yo, I can't believe this guy listened to that shit or something like that?
Oh,
like,
shit. So many of them.
Like what? Give me one.
So many of them. There's a recent one. What's the recent one? I was just thinking of this the other day. Oh, well, you know, yeah. What is that? I can't remember the name of the group.
Oh,
I can't remember the name of the group, man. It's one of those things, like a one-hit wonder type thing.
It's old?
It's very old. Yeah. I was using it as a reference, but then I was like, it's a good song. CNC Music Factory. Everybody dance now.
Everybody dance now.
Yeah. It's a good song to me, man. I think that's a good song.
So I'm saying I'm with you. So here's the thing, man. In retrospect, like some songs they were, and then some songs were worse than they thought we were. And listen, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with that joint. I mean, and maybe it was because I heard it all the time, but when I heard her, she had some pipes on her.
I was probably like 10 years old, and that song was like a cue to, all right, you can wild out now. You can wild out for a second.
Freedom Williams. Yeah, Freedom Williams.
Yeah.
CNC.
Like, you're allowed to wild out. We're talking about, actually, I didn't know his name. I don't know his name.
Yeah, CNC Music Factory. All right. I'll share just to keep it
another
easy.
One.
So
another one is all.
Is what? Yo.
Yeah.
Lost you.
Oh, my audio's out again?
Yeah, now you back.
I'm back? Oh, yeah. I think it might just be the service. Another one was the other dudes. Fucking, what is it? Is it Color Me Bad?
The I Want to Sex You Up, niggas?
Yeah. I like this shit, too. This shit was good, too.
That was good. That was a great one for the ladies. I remember trying to, like, have shorties over, try to fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 10 years old.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck I was.
Oh, I didn't know what it really was, but it didn't.
I knew something. I knew it meant something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. All right.
I don't know another song for them. What was the other song?
They had one more. They had another one. I can't believe we're talking about Color Me Bad right now. but I'll have wifey edit this. Damn, there was another one. Somebody gonna know it. I know y'all niggas know that shit. Don't even front like y'all hard rocks either. Like Alcatraz, I know you know that shit. See the Cuban. I know there was another one. And there was two joints, and that was it. That was you frozen up. Oh, there we go.
I'm not moving.
All right.
Yeah, they on me. They on me for the spot, dude.
They fucking. I adore Mia Moore. Thank you, Planet 12.
Yeah,
Enough to make a hard rock smile. Shit. Damn.
Oh shit.
All right,
I saw some documentary about where are they now. I was like, damn.
I ain't heard.
Even they was on some wild out shit.
Yeah, everybody was, yo.
Like, yo, check slow up, motherfuckers start drinking. They waiting alcohol.
Yo, I'll give you one because my whole crew clowns me. I fuck with the everybody clowns me. I fuck with the Chameleonaire joint, Riding Dirty. They see me rolling, they hate that shit. I put that shit on my whole crew. I only know that part, but that's it.
Yeah, I get it. Yes.
But I mean, all right. Yo, what's good with you now, man? What's going on? I mean, the joint that I was digging that I didn't know about really, because so much music comes out. It was the 2022 joint. Sorry for Your Laws album.
Don't shout out C's-Rod right here.
I like that.
C's-Rod right here. He's the producer. He produced that joint.
He did that. Oh, so
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
look,
shout out
all right,
C's
look at
Rob, man. Jordan.
timing is
Good
everything.
dude. What side?
Timing is everything. So, what's the energy behind that album, man? Because like this, it seemed like there was some you were focused on some particular points there.
Uh, well, it was definitely bar heavy. Like like it was in a space where I had a good flow with writing, and it started being like trying to outdo the last and bar heavy. But it was a construct like that's the homie. Like I really work with him. I know him on a personal level. Studio time is like he's like a fixture, like in the cycles. Like take care of some of my shit, take care of some of his shit. So like he was able to compile a lot of stuff over maybe like 3 or 4 years. And yeah, we just went with the best stuff that we could, build up. And then, Sorry for Your Loss kind of coincided with the times that we were going through, like, what we were living through. And it fits. It's just cohesive. So, rock with it.
Yeah, no, it's a dope joint, man, and it's cool for me because, like I said, I'm familiar with you, but didn't know the whole catalog. I didn't dive into it, and so then the video set off, and I was like, and it was like I've been meaning to like digging in this cat shit more. So it was like a catalyst for me to fucking really dig. So I appreciate it, man, and so just getting to know you a little bit better, know a little bit more about you and stuff like that, and a couple people have not told them I was having you on. They were like, yo, this cat's the truth. Yo, you fucking have this cat on. Fucking.
Yeah, see, like I said before, the number of followers was a thing in conversations in my circle. They're like, yo, what's going on? What do you got to do? Like full out arguments about like I don't really know what I should be doing. But what's odd is I can't really get away from doing music because every time I like pay any attention to it, someone pull me in the street. I get recognized here and there. Like it's weird. I don't have those numbers, but it keeps gravitating towards me. Like people that do know about it, it does have an effect. People do buy merch. People do spread the word. It's a lot of great opportunities have been allowed to me that sometimes they take 3 or 4 years to come to fruition. But it's like, yeah, my music stays on people's minds, and I think it ages well. So I'm blessed to be able to do this, man. It is a beautiful thing. It's a gift, man. It is a gift, and I hope to do more and continue to bring more music to people.
Nah, man, we want it, and it's like I said, I love organic shit because it's like it was just like boom, 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 and got me into your music even more so than I already was, and got
Find your tribe, exactly. I guess that's the theme. Find your tribe. I think definitely I told you like we linked now, man, just based on how that went. I think I could learn a lot from you and what you're doing. And I'll definitely be hitting you when I do new music and whatever new ventures I get on, I'm gonna hit you and keep
absolutely. Yeah, please do. So I'm saying like, yeah, we linked in now, man. So we'll definitely do that. And and my thing is like, I fuck with you on the strength that I fuck with your music, and so the conversation is genuine. It's I just want to genuinely know who you are as a like, hey, this dude's dope.
I respect that totally, and that's
yeah.
also another reason I do like people's music here and there. But as far as when you get that question, who do you want to work with? I don't answer that really. I can't answer that. I'd rather not make music with someone who turns out to be like an individual I would want to be steering clear from. Like like there's a lot of assholes out there that are talented. You know what I'm saying? It's just, so you got to watch that too.
Yeah.
You don't want to be involving yourself with people that you don't want to be involved with.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you coming on. Appreciate everybody being here, fucking with us, good questions and everything like that. So we're gonna get this up on the YouTube channel shortly, and we got Nefso coming back up soon for round 2. We got Domingo coming up for round 2. We got Scott Free, Loud Exec coming up soon. King T coming up soon again. So.
Yo, shout out Taz too. Shout out Taz. Happy birthday, Taz. I just seen that. Taz the homie.
Happy birthday, Taz, the homie. You know what I'm saying? Big up everybody in here, man. Hey, yo, so thank you. Listen, I'll send you the emails to send us joints wherever when you sending them out and stuff. But appreciate you, brother.
Beautiful.
Because I look, I know that you don't really, because I couldn't, and also when I was researching, I found like 2 interviews. I know you don't really be like.
What you found? The Soonaz is my man. Like. There's another same situation. Like I gotta show love to Soonaz.
And there was another one where you were actually pretty detailed on. Somebody from the UK, I think.
Oh, print interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was thirsty. I was thirsty at that point just to get my shit out there. They contacted me, and I was like, whatever. I didn't think nothing of it. But you know what? Even when I read things, just like we were reading that text, the print shit could get misconstrued. They don't, just the misplacement of one word in a sentence could seem like you're undermining something. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to do those no more.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, it can certainly get changed. So I appreciate you, man, because I know this ain't really, how you rock all the time. But thanks for coming on, chopping it up, and just sharing. Because for me, I want to push your shit. So it helps when you
No doubt.
So,
man, I'm on deck, man. I'll be in the link, man. Carrying the culture, yo. Salute, brother.
Salute, Starvin B, episode 128 in the books.
Nice.
Carrying the culture.
Nice.
So, be easy, fam.
All right, bro. Peace.